Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So yeah, we're going to be doing another shell challenge today, and this is actually Aveline's shell challenge. So this is her, I think her 4th shell challenge that she's done. So yeah, we're going to be doing that today, which is why you guys will already see the shell pre-built, because obviously she built it and we can all just go in and decorate it basically. So yeah, I decided to try and turn this one into a little bit more of a farmhouse type thing. I haven't really built a farmhouse before. I think I might have done like one like years ago for like autumn or something like that, like a pumpkin farm I think. But yeah, that was quite a while ago and totally different from this one. So basically the only thing that made me think of a farmhouse honestly is the fact that I end up using some red siding, and that made me think of a barn immediately, and then I just jumped to farmhouse, and here we are. We have a kind of sort of farmhouse-ish type of build, I guess. Honestly, I don't really know what style this would technically be, but that's just kind of the idea that I had in my head for it. So yeah, I did start this before we got eco lifestyle. So before we had the like free wall, not wall, the free door and window placement. I started this before we had that update. So yeah, you guys will still see me placing windows and doors the old-fashioned way. But before, there's like a cut in the video, and then when I come back, it's after we already have eco lifestyle. So before I started recording again, I did go through and mess with some of the windows and replace, I think, a few of them. I replaced one of those, like that tiny one on the right hand corner on the second floor right now. I replaced that window with a 2-tile one, and then those 2 small windows at the front. Yeah, you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but those 2 small windows on the left right now on the bottom floor, I replaced those windows as well, and I centered them a little bit more nicely, because that like part of the house, that whole bump out bit on the first floor, is actually going to be a bathroom. And you might think that's a completely like gigantic bathroom, but the way I did it was I have it split into like 3 sections basically. So you have this little room that you walk into, and there's just some laundry baskets, and then you have a separate room with the toilet and a sink, and the other room is where the bathtub, the shower, and another sink is. So it's kind of split up, because I did think that the family that lives here would have between like 4 to 5 Sims. And yeah, I wanted the like family or communal bathroom, I guess, downstairs to be a bit bigger and, you know, more useful, so you can have one Sim taking a shower while the other one is using the toilet, and not have them get like super embarrassed or something like that. So yeah, this is a 4 bathroom 3 bedroom house. So there's 1 bathroom downstairs, that's not bathroom, bedroom. What am I saying? It's a 4 bedroom 3 bathroom house. I can't remember if I said that correctly. But yeah, there's 1 bedroom downstairs, which is the master bedroom, and then upstairs we have a toddler bedroom, a child bedroom, and a bedroom that I thought would be for maybe like an older teenager, or maybe a really young adult, maybe like their oldest has just, you know, turned into a young adult and maybe they're going to university. That's kind of the idea that I had in my head for the Sims that would live here. And yeah, I don't know, I really like the way this house turned out, honestly. There's something about it that's, I don't know, just a little bit different from my houses normally, from how my houses normally look. And I don't know what it is, honestly. I couldn't tell you for the life of me what about this is different from my like regular houses. I don't know if it's because I kind of tried to do a specific style, or if it's to do with how I furnished it. But there's something about it that's different, and yeah, I don't know what that is, honestly. If you guys can figure out what it is that's maybe making this house feel a little bit more different and a little bit more, I don't know, kind of realistic, that might be the word that I'm looking for. But yeah, if you guys can figure it out, definitely let me know down below, because I'm stumped and I have no idea. But anyway, here you guys can see that I now have the Eco Lifestyle pack, which is why I added some solar panels to the roof, because I did think that the Sims that live here would like being kind of self-sufficient, and you know, they would like reducing their like eco footprint. So yeah, they do have some solar panels, and this greenhouse bit at the back, I end up using those solar shingle roof tiles, so they actually produce electricity as well, which is great. And then I do end up adding a bunch of different harvestables to the greenhouse and this little like bit that I have on the side right now, where I'm going to be planting all of the like in-season items. So currently when I built this, I was building this in summertime, so I have a bunch of summer vegetables and fruits, and I think I have some herbs as well outside, and then inside in the greenhouse we have all of the other like herbs and fruit and stuff that aren't in season, so they can still continue to grow. So yeah, the family is, I guess, fairly self-sufficient. You know, if you're thinking realistically, they do grow a lot of their own food. So yeah, that's, I don't know, that's something that I thought was really fun, and I definitely tried to keep that in mind. I also add some decorative pumpkins. You guys will see that at the end in the screenshots. I don't think I show me doing it in the video, but you guys will see that in the little like planting patch area, field thing, whatever, that I made at the back in the backyard, where I'm going to be planting all of those things. I also added some decorative debug pumpkins, just to make it look like they kind of that they're like growing pumpkins, even though that's not something that we can actually do in the game. So yeah, I also add a patchy back there, so you have patchy to help you out with the gardening if you know that's something you want to play with. And I also add a beekeeping box and I added a like flower arranging table as well. So maybe the Sims that live here are into flower arranging as well. There are a few flowers that I planted, so yeah, you could do that. And yeah, I just really like the way this turned out. It is on a 30 by 20 lot. I built this in Glimmerbrook, in case you guys were wondering, because I haven't built in Glimmerbrook in so long. Like I haven't built in Glimmerbrook in probably since the Earth Day, since the Earth Day collab that we did. I haven't built in Glimmerbrook since then. And yeah, I just decided it might be a nice place to have a little farmhousey style like build, just because it would fit in very well among the trees and all of that stuff. So yeah, we're building in Glimmerbrook, and this house turned out to be just under 134,000 simoleons. So yeah, it's still very expensive. It's not a budget home at all, and it's not a restricted packs home either. I did use a bunch of different things. I used a bunch of things from, I think, Eco Lifestyle. Yeah, I think I used a bunch of things from Eco Lifestyle, honestly, because the pack is still new, and stuff like the beds and the couches and stuff like that, they're some of my favorite items that we have in the game, so I do use them a lot. I'll probably try and tone it down a little bit with some of my upcoming builds, but honestly, don't hold your breath because yeah, the items that we got with Eco Lifestyle, the build buy items, especially like I said, the beds and the couches and stuff like that, they're very, very nice, and I can see myself using them a lot in different builds, not just like super modern eco builds, for example. Because with this one, for example, I did try and go for a little bit more of an older style. Not everything is matching perfectly, and you know, obviously not all of the furniture is like super old and Victorian, obviously, but I did try and go for a very like realistic look where, you know, the couch doesn't necessarily match the armchair or like the coffee table or the bookcase or something like that, whereas usually I try and go for stuff that are very, very matchy. And I think that might be why this build feels a little bit different to me personally, because I didn't try and go for everything. I didn't try and make everything match perfectly, if that makes sense. So yeah, it also looks very lived in. I did spend quite a bit of time just adding a bunch of random clutter all over the place. So yeah, this is a very cluttered house. And I mean, even the kitchen as well. I don't show me like cluttering up the whole kitchen. I don't show me doing all of it. but you guys will see it in the screenshots. I did go into debug and I found some post-it notes and everything that I put up on the fridge and on the wall, and yeah, it's just a bunch of like lived in clutter. So yeah, you guys will see that we've moved onto the greenhouse area, and there are some vertical planters in here, but I also added some regular planters as well, because apparently there are some like fruits and vegetables and stuff that can't grow in the vertical planters. So I did end up putting those in either like the ground outside if they were in season, or in the planters in the greenhouse. And yeah, the interior of this house, I did go for a very light color scheme. I tried to go for as much like lighter woods, so a lot of the walls and the flooring are very, very light and bright. But then I do use some warmer woods for the furniture, and I used some like, usually when I build basically is I'll pick a like accent color for a house. So I'll try and have like either the color blue running through the whole house in like little pieces, just to make it all look cohesive. And for this house I went for a little bit of blue and some yellow as well. So there's a lot of yellow like accents in this build, and I mean all of the bathroom curtains are bright like canary yellow. So yeah, it's a very happy and bright build, I guess. It's a very like, yeah, it made me happy to look at it, and working on it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. And yeah, in the kitchen we're using these like orangey wood cabinets, which honestly I don't think I've ever used this color of the Parenthood cabinets. I might be wrong, I probably have somewhere, because these really are some of my favorite counters and cabinets to use. But yeah, I really like the way they looked. I tried going for the really white swatch, but I just decided that it was too white and I wanted a little bit more color in here. So yeah, we went for these like orange wood, like orangey wood, I guess you'd call it orangey wood, I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what we went for in the kitchen. And then the dining room is like right off of the kitchen. Right as you walk in the front door, you kind of see the dining room, and the living room is at the back of the house in that like rounded bit, in like, I think it's like a octagon. I think it would have been an octagon if it wasn't attached to the house basically. But yeah, that's where we end up adding in the living room. And they do have the new fireplace that came with Eco Lifestyle, because I love that fireplace. It's probably one of my all-time favorite fireplaces that we have in the game. So I'm probably going to be using it to death, even in houses that it doesn't technically match the overall like style of the house, but we're just going to ignore that. And yeah, you guys will see that right behind the stairs, I don't show this in the footage or in the screenshots because it's literally a 1x2 tile room. I did squeeze in some stacked laundry machines, so like washing machine and a dryer. That's kind of like hidden behind the staircase. So there is laundry in this house if you guys wanted that. If you don't want it, just like delete the laundry machines and delete the clothing basket, like the laundry baskets that I have in the bathroom, and you should be good to go. So yeah, I wanted to mention the other, I think I mentioned this, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but both the parents' bedroom, so the master bedroom downstairs, and the teenager / young adult bedroom upstairs, both of them have an ensuite. So yeah, the teenagers one is a very funny shape, and it's kind of very, very squished into, like, it's very squished together. So yeah, it's a very tight squeeze, but it does work. I did play test it, everything works, so you should be all good. And yeah, that's, I think, basically everything that I wanted to add about the house. Also, totally random, but you guys will see that I do decorate with a lot of brown. And I don't know why I've been decorating like more so with like brown wallpaper. I really used a lot of brown or like light brown wallpapers in this build in particular. And I think I've used quite a bit of brown wallpaper in some of the other builds that I have that I'm working on as well. So sorry about that. I don't know why I've been doing that. I don't know why I've been using brown wallpaper of all things, but it makes it look so like warm to me, so warm and cozy. and that might be something that I'm like paying more attention to because we are in winter where I live, so it's very cold. And it's reminding me of like a warmer room, for example, or a more cozy room. So yeah, if you guys do notice that, that would be why. That would be why the master bedroom has this really dark, almost chocolatey brown wallpaper. So like paint, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, you guys will notice that. And I mentioned the other builds that I'm working on. So currently I think I mentioned this in the the Willow Park and Town Hall build that I did earlier the week. I mentioned this in that video too, but I currently have like, okay, so with not counting this build, I have, I think, five builds that are completely finished that I just need to edit and do the voiceovers for. For them, 3 of those are Sims 4 builds, then there's a Sims 2 one and a Sims Medieval one as well. And then I currently have a list of 9 other Sims 4 builds that I'm like halfway through or like a quarter of the way through that I need to finish. So I have been working on that list of builds that I mentioned. I know I posted a picture of the list on Twitter. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you might have seen it, but I posted a list of all of the builds that I currently have that I'm working on or that I want to finish. And I asked you guys which ones would you want to see first. So yeah, I have obviously this build was on that list, and there was another build on the list that I've already finished. I already finished that last night. And yeah, I'm going to be working on some of the other ones as well. I really want to finish that because honestly, I'm sitting with around 100 gigabytes of like half finished build footage on my external hard drive, like 100 gigabytes worth of footage for those builds, and none of them are done, so I can't just go and delete the footage that I'm not using. So I kind of want to get them done, get them uploaded so I can delete the raw footage of it, because honestly no one needs to keep like 100 gigabytes of footage of builds that they've already completed. So yeah, I really need to go through and do that, because honestly, I don't know why I still some of those builds, I mentioned this to someone like a few days ago when we were talking, but one of those builds that are on that list is a build that I started in August of 2018. So not 2019, 2018. So yeah, it's almost 2 years old basically, and I still haven't finished it. So I'm probably going to have to go through and do what I did with the other build that I have already finished, that you guys will see sometime next week. And with that build, I had to go through off camera before I started recording again and just update a lot of the things, because I basically had to redo the exterior of the build that I finished last night, if that makes sense, because I started it like early last year, and from early last year to now, my building style has like changed a lot. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to redo a lot of like the older builds, redo like a lot of the exteriors and stuff, and change up the windows, because like I said, 2018 we didn't have a lot of the packs that we have now. We didn't have free window and door placement. So yeah, that build is definitely going to be quite an annoying one to finish, I guess, but I really like the way it looks and I don't want to scrap it. So I don't know, I'm just probably just gonna have to go in and try and figure it out. Maybe I'll scrap it because honestly the shape isn't the best. But yeah, it's basically a mansion for Vlad. I guess I could probably tell you guys, it's a mansion for Vlad for my save file. And in my save file, I did give him a wife, and I gave him a sister and 3 kids. So yeah, it's a mansion for Vlad and his whole family. So yeah, that's basically what the 2018 build is. And I don't know, I might just scrap it, honestly. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I kind of like idea of the build, but the execution just sucks because 2018 me compared to 2020 me is like a world of difference if you think about, you know, how I build and everything. So yeah, it's a lot, but I have a lot to finish, so that's basically what I've just been doing. I've been doing a lot of building and I've really been enjoying it, so I'm taking advantage of that fact and just doing as much as I can. Even if you guys aren't going to be seeing the videos like immediately once I'm done with them, even if I do have to sit with like the footage completed and them edited and everything and just wait until I wait to upload them, but at least they're done and I can upload them whenever I need to, basically. But yeah, so for anyone that is curious or that was wondering about this, but I do have a doctor's appointment coming up on Monday for my jaw, so hopefully we'll be able to like get a concrete, I don't know, not diagnosis, but basically we'll be able to have the doctor tell us like, okay, so this is what it is and this is what we can do to like work with it or like get rid of it or whatever. I want to know what's going on so that I can work around it if I need to, or fix it if I can, basically. So yeah, that's what's going on, and that's why I haven't been streaming. I mentioned this all in like the park video that I did, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update in case you were wondering, because I did do a community post here on YouTube. I did do a community post and I told you guys what was going on and that videos might be a little bit different for the next few weeks, you know, with only a partial voiceover. Luckily with this one, it appears that I'm going to be able to do a full voiceover, which is great. But yeah, videos might only have like a partial voiceover and streams might be non-existent. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update about that in case you cared or were curious or anything. But yeah, we're almost to the end of the build here, you guys. So I hope you guys liked this build. If you did, give the video a like. And if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, this build is up on the gallery if you guys want to download it. It's up on the gallery under my hashtag ChrissieYT or under my gallery ID, which is ChrissieYT. And I'll have all of the download information in the description as well as a direct download link. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build and I will talk to you guys all in my very next video. Bye guys.
Take me anywhere that you want. I don't even care if we come back again. And as long as the stars are shining above us, then I just wanna be where you are. I don't wanna close my a moment of you. And as long as the sun shines upon us, and I just wanna be where you are. 'Cause with you I feel no fear, and when you hold me all my wounds are healed. When I'm with you, I feel safe. There is no pretending, no need to escape. And I know I just wanna be where you are. I know everything has an end, and I know that we are not getting any younger. But as long as there is time, I will walk beside you, 'cause I just wanna be where you are.